looking back on some of the things from the season, I thought there was a lot of good things that happened. Obviously, we didn't get to where we wanted to finish up, but we have a good young nucleus of players that we can work on further developing them and add some pieces, and we'll come back with this thing with a vengeance and get after it again starting in April.
You talked about offensively, this is kind of what you've been looking for. How do you feel like you're set up to continue that into the next year and beyond?
Yeah, I think well. I like the scheme. I like the continuity that we have offensively with the coaches, and I feel like if we have a couple more pieces and continue to work on the execution of staying with the same play calls, the same system, the same motions and formations and things like that, it will definitely help the offensive players.
You mentioned the continuity with the coaches on offense. Does that mean you'll look internally, you think, to find Kevin Stefanski's replacement?
Well, right now, it's a little early, so we're going through that process of all that, and we'll determine that as we go. So I haven't made any determinations yet. Obviously, we've talked about it a little bit, and then we'll kind of go from there.
Do you get any indication from Gary that he'd be wanting to do that?
I'll leave the conversation between Gary and myself kind of private.
Would Clint Kubiak be a candidate at all? What would you say?
We'll discuss it a little bit more in another time.
Is there any sort of time frame that you hope to have that? Is it like as soon as by the end of the week, or do you feel that you got plenty of time?
It may be by the end of the week, but it may be a couple weeks. Just I want to make sure the fit is right. I want to make sure that those guys over there they do an outstanding job. I love the way that they work together and communicate. And so, if we do bring somebody in from the outside, I want to make sure that it's the correct fit.
And what was your reaction to Kevin getting the job at Cleveland?
That was great. Yeah, Kevin's he's a good young coach, and we want to get this opportunity, and so I'm happy for him.
What is your thinking regarding defensive coordinator? What would you do about that spot?
The same thing that I was just talking about with the offense. I'm gonna take some time and think about it and go from there.
Yeah, George, having been here with you all 6 years, what were your conversations like with him, and why did he decide to move on? Or did you decide to move on?
No, he was at the end of his contract, and so it was kind of a situation where it was probably best. So.
Mike Kirk talked in the offseason about taking his game to the next level and getting to a place where he hasn't before. Did he do that in your eyes this season?
I think Kirk played a lot better this year than he did the year before. I think obviously the scheme helped him quite a bit, and so I think he may have been his best year that he's played in the NFL.
In terms of that stability, like what you were talking about with the offensive coordinator and the scheme, is Kirk specifically, just everything that you guys built around him last year, is keeping that going forward a priority for you?
Like what do you mean?
Just in terms of like the overall, like not having to have him go through a third offensive coordinator, third new system, like keeping what he's good at right now and keeping that going forward.
Yeah, it'll be the same system. Obviously, he's going to have a new offensive coordinator. It'll be his fifth one in 5 years, I think he told me yesterday. So, or at least voice in his ear, on game day. But there's nothing I can do about that. Mm-hmm. But I think it's important not just for Kirk, but for the entire offense to have the same system, the same calls, and things like that, so that they come in here on day one. It's not completely foreign to them.
I know you didn't want to address it the other day because it was too soon, but we won't talk to you for a while. So just, do you want to get Kirk Cousins?
Thank goodness.
Do you want to get Kirk Cousins locked up long term? It might, or if he goes into his as a free agent, this.
To answer the question, the best way to answer it is part of the reason why I didn't want to do player evaluations today or this week was because I want to get away from everything for a little bit of time, evaluate the players. If you win, everything's great. If you lose, everything's the worst in the world. So I think it's important that we take our time, get away from it for a few days, then we evaluate and we'll go from there. Not just on Kirk, on everybody.